let's get right to it. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're throwing on our detective hats and stepping into one of the most fascinating, yet completely unspoken areas of human behavior. We're unmasking the silent heart and looking deeply into the psychology of secret admirers. Because honestly, there is a whole world of hidden affection happening right under our noses, communicated through subtle psychological cues, tiny shifts in body language, and carefully guarded interactions. If you've ever felt a strange spark in a room but couldn't quite put your finger on what it was, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to decode those hidden messages together.
It's the ultimate question, isn't it? Is someone out there, right now, secretly admiring you? It's a thrilling thought, and it's something almost every single human being has wondered at some point in their lives, whether you're grabbing coffee in the office break room or hanging out with a tight-knit group of friends. Okay, let's dive into this. Because the reality is, human attraction is rarely as straightforward as we want it to be. Instead of these loud, clear declarations, we get a messy, beautiful puzzle of human psychology. Section 1, the silent heart phenomenon. Now, to start piecing this together, we have to recognize a fundamental flaw in how we communicate. To understand this puzzle, we first have to admit that as a species, we are generally terrible at reading subtle social signals. We're just so wrapped up in our own daily routines, our own emails, our own thoughts, that we completely miss the quiet, unspoken dramas playing out literally right in front of us. We look for neon signs, but the silent heart operates in whispers. So, let's establish exactly what we're dealing with. A secret admirer is defined as an individual who harbors hidden feelings of affection while masking their true psychological intent. Now, what's really interesting about this definition is that word right there, masking. It tells us that this isn't just about someone having a passive little crush. No, this is an active, ongoing psychological effort to conceal the truth. They're putting real energy into hiding their feelings while simultaneously experiencing them. And that cognitive dissonance, that is exactly what creates the clues we're going to learn how to spot. Section 2, why the secrecy? Let's take a look at the underlying motive. I mean, if someone likes you, why don't they just tell you? Why do they go through this exhausting mental gymnastics of hiding it? Why don't they just grab a boombox, stand outside your bedroom window, and declare their love, like in a classic 80s movie? Well, the answer comes down to two immense psychological forces: the powerful fear of rejection and the sheer weight of vulnerability. We really have to empathize with this reality. Putting your romantic feelings out into the open is incredibly risky. It exposes a person to the very real possibility of being told no, which our brains literally process in the exact same way as physical pain. So keeping the affection a secret acts as a psychological defense mechanism. As long as the heart remains silent, it remains safe. Section 3, decoding the hidden signs. Now let's get into the fun part, spotting these clues in the wild. You see, the human brain can only suppress so much emotion before it starts leaking out in other ways. This is where we build your psychological investigator's manual so you can start spotting these suppressed emotions in your everyday life. The absolute hardest part of this investigation is separating someone who is just being friendly from someone who is secretly enamored with you. And this brilliantly illustrates the dividing line: standard politeness versus hidden affection. Standard politeness is consistent, it's expected, and it's distributed fairly evenly to everyone in the room. Hidden affection, on the other hand, is uniquely tailored to you, and it often carries a strange, almost electric undercurrent of nervous energy that basic friendliness simply doesn't have. Let's see how this builds into actionable evidence. Here are the specific clues you need to be looking out for. First, subtle shifts in body language. Are their feet always pointed toward you even when they're talking to someone else? Do they mirror your posture? Second, heightened proximity in group settings. Magically, they always seem to end up in the chair right next to yours, or they're standing by you at the coffee machine. They are literally gravitating into your orbit. And third, specific verbal indicators and nervous cues. Maybe they stumble over the words only when talking to you, or they remember incredibly obscure details from a passing conversation you had like 3 weeks ago. Now, I want us to take a breath and consider this. The subtlety of these actions masks a profound vulnerability. When you start noticing someone stumbling over their words or awkwardly lingering by your desk, it's pretty easy to dismiss it or even find it a bit clumsy. But it is so important to remember that these awkward hidden signs are actually acts of immense bravery. They're trying to bridge the gap between their fear of rejection and their deep affection for you. It requires a lot of empathy to recognize these moments for what they truly are. Section 4, confronting your secret admirer. So, what's the next move? What actually happens when you finally put the puzzle pieces together? Once you've decoded the signs and you suspect you know who holds this hidden affection, what should you do with that information? How do you handle their vulnerability with care? So the crucial point is to follow a measured, respectful approach. Here are your actionable steps. Step 1, observe their baseline behavior. How do they act around everyone else? You have to know they're normal to spot the unusual. Step 2, look for the subtle deviations. Are they exclusively nervous, attentive, or lingering around you compared to that baseline? And step 3, gently test the waters without forcing confrontation. Don't back them into a corner. Instead, offer them a safe, low-stakes opening. Give them an extra bit of attention or a warm, slightly prolonged conversation, and just see if they step into the space you've created. We are surrounded by complex, unspoken human emotions every single day. The signs are always there, written in shifting postures, nervous laughs, and quiet moments of lingering attention. Now that you have the tools to decode them, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to take with you into your day. Look around your office, look around your social circle, and ask yourself, whose silent heart might you be ignoring? Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and thank you for joining me for this explainer.